Party people. Party people, what's good? Hey, y'all tap in with your boy. Tap in with your boy. Tap in with your boy. Party people, what's good? Let's take a little bit of road trip tonight. It's 8:16. I'm not going to be up here long, but jump in with your boy. Listen, y'all know how we do. If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the comments. If you can see me, drop a 2. If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the comments. If you can see me, drop a 2. Hey, man, something great and magnificent just happened. Let me get situated and try to get Elton here in the room. Yo, we just went live with the GOAT. Some of y'all don't understand, but you'll understand later. We just went live with the GOAT. We just went live with the GOAT. Just went live with the GOAT. Yo, y'all already know what to do. If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the comments. If you can see me, drop a 2. If you can hear me, drop a 1. If you can see me, drop a 2. I want to hear from you. Let me know where you are watching from. Not going to be long, man. I just want to do a recap. Technology. Let me tell you something. God is good, even when technology is not. God is, I ain't even going to blame it on the devil, but God is good, even when technology is not. God is good, even when technology is not. You know what I'm saying? So, we're not going to be long tonight. I'm not going to be long. Not going to be long, not going to be long. But listen, do me a favor. Hit them comments, man. Hit them comments. Yo, did you see the live on IG? I was trying to show it. I was trying to show it on Facebook. But like I say, technology is not teching tonight. Even we were supposed to go live right after we got done with that live. And, you know, shout out to my Ecamm fam. All of y'all. I know I just dropped some information and, you know, matter of fact, let me go to the page and let them know I got it fixed. Don't even ask me how, but I got it fixed. I got it fixed. But holla at your boy. Like I said, I still got some work I got to get done tonight, so I'm not going to be up here very long. But, yo, do me a favor. Hit them comments. Let me know. Issue resolved. All right. Y'all ain't gonna rock with your boy tonight. It's okay. Y'all ain't gonna rock with your boy. Let me see if I can get Elton in the room. Let me see if I can get Elton in the room. Let me see if I can get Elton in the room. Somebody tag Elton Benjamin. Go ahead and tag Elton Benjamin right now. Right now. Y'all, we just went live with Christo probably about 45 minutes ago. We went live with Christo like 45 minutes ago. We went live with Christo like 45 minutes ago. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? We just went live with Christo about 45 minutes ago. And it was great. It was great. It was great. I want y'all to jump in because I want to have a quick conversation about kind of what we talked about, especially all of my designers, my brand strategists. Tonight was great. Tonight was absolutely great. So I know the comments work because, yeah, I can't type nothing though. Yeah. Like tonight was great. Tonight was great. Let me turn this music down. Tonight was great. Tonight was absolutely great. Absolutely great, man. Absolutely great. Ain't no other way to describe it. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way to describe what happened tonight. But live with Chris, you know what I'm saying, over on IG. I don't want to use the word miscommunication. I don't want to use the word schedule conflict. I don't want to use the word any of that. Technical difficulties. But I'm glad we were able to still get it taken care of, still get it accomplished. I did capture most of it, and so we're gonna try to bring some of that back. But a straight up masterclass, man. If you are an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, if you sell anything, if you missed that live, you missed a treat. A straight up masterclass on value. And I'll sum it up. I'll sum it up in this. Chris basically dropped the mic and said, the way you win an argument is by not arguing. I think we can apply that to a lot of different things. Not just selling, but life in general. Appreciate y'all that are jumping in. Listen, hit the comment. If you can hear me, drop a 1. If you can see me, drop a 2. Yo, what's up, David? Yeah, man, it's been a minute, fam. We've been working. We've been working, yo. We've been working, but Claude, what's going on, fam? Hey, man, congratulations on the book, the single, the tour you about to do with Beyonce, all these great things. Love you too, bro. Hey, man, listen, we were live with Chris. And a lot of people, one of the reasons we wanted to do this, hopefully is Elton asleep. No. One of the reasons, bet he's coming. One of the reasons we wanted to do this was expose the community to a different level. Is one of the conversations we have all the time is about reference points. And people aren't afraid to fail because they're used to failing. And we see a lot of people who are afraid to take risk. They are afraid of success because they don't have a reference point for it, or they don't have a guide, or they don't have a muse. And a lot of people are out here trying to do things by themselves. And so Chris is one of those people who, I mean, he's the Michael Jordan of our industry when it comes to branding. There are those who will agree, there are those who will disagree. But I think from a conceptualization standpoint, from ideology, from a conceptualization to execution, to education, to just all the facets of everything that falls under the umbrella of business, marketing, advertising, branding, brand strategy, design. Find me somebody better. Find me somebody better. You know what I'm saying? Find me somebody better. And we wanted to expose our people to that, our community, Raleigh, North Carolina, to that, Wake County, North Carolina, the whole, matter of fact, we wanted to expose the United States to that in person, because here's the reality of it. Chris is going on a European tour, and as it stands right now, there are no other dates on his calendar in the Western Hemisphere. So Raleigh right now is holding it down for the entire continent. I don't think some of y'all understand how big that is, like legit, like for real. But it was dope. It was dope, man. We were live with Chris, and like I said, I'm gonna try to run some of that content back. No try. We're definitely straight masterclass. If you want to understand about value pricing, value proposition, straight masterclass. Even when I jumped in, I was watching, but when I jumped in, he was, they were doing some role playing a scenario with Elton, as far as logos and and that's a big conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody needs a logo. I need a logo. And then, the worst thing you can ever say to a designer is make it pop. You know what I'm saying? But, we were able to get in the weeds of that and whether logos are really important. Like, is the logo itself important, or is the reputation itself is important? Is the logo separate from the reputation? You know what I'm saying? Of the brand. Does the logo make the brand? Does the brand make the logo? Golden. I hear a chime. That means that EB, Elton Benjamin, should be getting ready to come in the room. But yeah, tonight was straight golden, man. I don't have any words. And again, I'm looking forward to May the 20th. I'm looking forward to May the 20th. I'm looking forward. There's the man, the myth, the legend himself, getting ready to come in. I'm looking forward um, to May the 20th, man, and it's just gonna be absolutely great. I don't care what nobody say. We was live with Chris Doe. Y'all can say what you want to say. I think you're muted. Unmute yourself before I bring you on. Yeah. We was live with Chris Doe. Hey man, I see y'all watching. Let me know where you're watching from. My fault, David. I didn't even see your last two comments. I needed to scroll down. When I tell y'all tech ain't been teching, tech has not been teching. Matter of fact, ain't it one of the new Tekken game that was supposed to come out? When was it live and where can I find it? David, so we were live on IG on Chris Doe's page. Yeah. Talk about impact. Yeah, we were live on Chris's page. And like I said, I was able to capture a good bit of it. So you can see the meat of it, you know, those things that was most important. Appreciate you checking in from Chicago too, bro. But I think you're still muted. Hold on, I'm gonna kick you out and then come back in. What's going on, Gary? Coming from Nashville. Man, listen. And so just to kind of understand, just to kind of explain to you all the significance of everything, like it's still saying you muted, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna try to add you. You clear now, but it's definitely saying you're muted. No, you're still muted. Cause I would be able to hear you. Yeah, David, so let me tell you something. It's not just if you're into branding, if you're into marketing, if you're an entrepreneur, Chris is a GOAT. Like, there's like Chris, and especially of our time, our generation, you have the Chris Does of the world, you have the Gary V's of the world. And a lot of people can't get with them because they're like super edgy, but it's the truth. And that's a hard pill for people to swallow. It's a hard pill for people to swallow. Yeah, E, for whatever reason, it's still showing you still muted. Are you pressing mute, unmute on the phone? Yeah, I can't hear nothing. My God, I can see your lips moving, but I can't hear nothing. Hold on. We're gonna keep trying. We keep trying until I get him in. I told y'all tech ain't been teching. But yeah, man, definitely the content is crazy. The content from Chris is crazy. Whether you're a designer, whether you're into marketing, whether you're into, because here's the reality of it. And I love the conversation we got on. I love the conversation that we got on. Let's try this.
Can you hear me?
Boom. There you go.
Okay. Cool.
That's some new stuff right there. Hey, y'all. Hey, double check in the comments. Make sure you can hear me fine. You can hear Elton fine. There's not an echo, anything like that. Make sure we good. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, it doesn't matter what profession you're in, what industry you're in. I'm gonna say Chris is GOAT because truth travels. I don't care what you're selling. The truth travels. You know what I'm saying? So if you're selling cupcakes, it's still gonna apply. The scenarios we use, like real estate, it's still gonna apply. If you work in our industry, media, marketing, advertising, branding, all of that, it's still gonna apply. You know, if you work on cars, it's still gonna apply. So the conversation was dope, and it's kind of similar to one of the first meetings. Okay, David said we both sound great. Bet. So it's kind of
All
similar to
right.
one of the first meetings we had. You know, I told E, I said, bro, whether we pull this off or not, we just got shout out to Wallow in Gilly. We just got $1 million worth of game.
Right.
But then to come back tonight, you can't put a price on that, yo. You can't. And so, go ahead, E.
I wish people could understand. You can't if you're not in the industry, you can't um make people understand. This we just spoke to LeBron James. We just spoke to Michael Jordan. Um, you know, if you want to listen to Beyonce, you just spoke to the male version of that.
Facts.
Um, and it just shows that, and not to hark on myself or anything like that. So I harp on God and the
Facts.
courage that He gives, the courage and the vision. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have vision. And even though that there's behind us that support us, and believe in us, you can see in the corner of their eyes sometimes when they don't.
Right.
Even when it's quiet and they don't say, you can say, okay, they really don't, and then you can't hold it. You can't be against them because they don't have your same vision, and you probably can't see the same thing that they can see, the visions that they have. But just to give y'all a little bit of it, I reached out to Chris just in an Instagram post, was like, hey, I know you probably don't check. I know you probably don't check your Instagram messages or whatever. But if you do, just want to see if you could come and at a conference that we're throwing and try to help some of the people that's in our industry. Well, about 5 days later, bam, he hit me back. And was like, okay, what you trying to do? Blah, blah, blah. We had long talk back and forth. And it was hard. When I tell you it was hard trying to get him to, bend and bend and bend. But he amazingly said yes. And just whatever you try to do, y'all, just do it. Don't listen to nobody tell you can't do it. Because they're gonna try to put their fears and put them on you. And if you keep trying, not saying they're
Yeah.
gonna get discouraging,
Right.
boy,
Right.
but you gotta keep going and see beyond
Right.
what you're seeing.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
real, man, because again, we just witnessed over the weekend not just one of the greatest music festivals in North Carolina, but one of the greatest music festivals in the country.
Right.
And Dreamville is what, 3 years old?
Yeah,
And,
3 years
and
old.
3 years old. So imagine, you know what I'm saying, J. Cole saying, yo, I wanna bring, Coachella, or I wanna bring Rolling Loud. I wanna bring whatever else is going on out here. Astro World. I want to bring that to Raleigh. Folks like, bro, you done lost your mind. Like, come on. And this is, I think the lesson in this that people need to understand, this is bigger than just the fact of like a conference about branding and marketing. Like, this is the man. I posted something earlier from when me and Elton was doing this back in 2018. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking like 5-6 years ago. When tech won't teching back then either. But nobody was doing. And this is not, I'm not saying this is a flex. I'm saying this because truth, what did I start out with? Truth travels. Nobody was doing what we were doing. Nobody. Like nobody.
Right.
When the pandemic hit, same rule applies. And so we had a moment in church Sunday, shout out to Kim, Ken and McSell. And so, Pastor was prophesying, and there was a moment, in service for entrepreneurs. and it was so many people that like got up and walked to the altar, and
Right.
I was like,
Wow.
whoa. And I'm gonna say something not as because you'll understand what I'm saying when I get ready to say this. I had no clue. And me, he was like, wait a
Well,
minute, like where all these people come from? I had no clue. Because you would be surprised how many people have a dream, a gift, a talent, a business, an idea, a hustle, and they're actually good at it.
good.
But because of analysis paralysis, because of imposter syndrome, because of a lack of resources, this, that, and the third, they don't talk about it and they don't put themselves out there and they are afraid. And I'm going to say this because it just needs to be said. People will hate on Elton for reaching out to Chris. Chris, you can go to the IG right now and do the same thing. It's not about we got Chris Doe. It's about literally trying to give you access to something that has the potential to change the trajectory of your life. We talked about this Sunday. All you need is one. One. Now, we could have went live tonight. Now, I'm going to tell you the crazy. Elton didn't even notice. Like I said, technical difficulties, scheduling, communicate. Crazy. And we could have easily been like, it was like man, now, like, we was having a conversation. And for a second, it was like, it just ain't going to happen tonight. And it just ain't going to happen. And then I'm like, okay, bro, I'm making a move. Boom. Okay, I'll be on in a second. Go ahead. Listen, go ahead, jump in. Go ahead, handle it. Go ahead and take care of it. And so, which is proof that, adversity is going to come. Challenge is going to come. When it's God,
Hey,
it's supposed to look like it's going to fail.
Yeah, it do. He got to get the credit, dog. He got to
Right.
get the credit because it ain't nothing I could have done. You could have done.
And I'm going to tell you what's crazy about it. It wouldn't have worked anyway if we tried to go live the way we normally went live, because I just sat here. I literally sent E a text. I was like, yo, we about to go live, yada, yada, yada. But that was like 45 minutes ago. I sit here for 45 minutes. I couldn't go live. I couldn't go to a website. I couldn't do nothing. Y'all, I work in IT for a living, and I couldn't figure this out. I felt this girl like, dang, what is going on? I done hit these people up in the group. Like, yo, is something wrong? And then I'm checking my other computers. Everything is working fine. I'm like, well, what's going on? And then I just tried something. I said, whatever. And then it ended up working. But, and it really kind of just resolved itself. But again, to the point of what I was saying, if it don't look like it's gonna fail, it ain't faith, man. It's not God. Like, that thing got to look like it's gonna fall apart. And tonight was a prime example of like, Doc.
Yeah, because what happened is the timing was off, and I had 7 o'clock on the flyer, but where he was at, it was 6 o'clock, right?
Right.
And so he already came on at 6, while everybody else was waiting for us to come on at 7. So luckily it just worked out that me and him got to talking about 6:15. He was talking to somebody else, and then we talked for a while. About the time we got to 7 just rolled on. So whoever came in at 7, it was just like, hey,
Right.
we're on.
Right.
So and it just worked out.
I was trying to broadcast it, and it was going good. Everything was going great until I had to get on the live. I don't know what happened once I got on the live. So the video was there, fine. All the audio shut off, which was weird. It's not normal. Something the way IG does. They take over, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I probably still I should have just pulled it back from the browser, but I wasn't thinking. And then I was like, oh, we live. So I was like, I'm sorry, Facebook. But like I said, we captured it. We're gonna definitely try to, because again, that was a masterclass, if nothing else, on value. Like, again, I don't care if you're a caterer, if you work in real estate, if you're a lawyer, if you're a paralegal, and you're trying to navigate. This is what Creative Verse is about. This is why we wanted to give you a piece of the pie, which really was not a piece of the pie. Tonight you
No.
got a buffet. So I have no clue what Chris is gonna give you a smorgasbord of whatever he gonna bring from Amsterdam on on the 20th. But we want you to understand because I think a lot of people think this is like it's a design conference. And it's like,
Right.
somebody asked me, they were like, well, what can I get out of this? Like, I don't want to be sitting there looking dumb with y'all talking about design and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, you're an entrepreneur. Like this is a room you need to be in because it's 2023 and the way you do business today is not the same the way we did business 20 years ago, not even yesterday. Because as we
Right.
love to say, yesterday's price is not today's price. And so again, the way you did business during the pandemic has kind of shifted. Even though the pandemic changed everything, how you did business during the pandemic has shifted now post pandemic. And so we just want to give you access to the genius that we look up to and that we follow and things that have helped us. Because again, sadly, this is the truth. Truth travels. I don't care what you say, how you feel, truth travels. We can say it all day. It may go in one ear, right out the other.
Right.
But when you have somebody who has the credibility to that level, it's like, oh, I'm willing to listen. And we don't get offended by that because that's biblical. One man planted, one man waters, God gives the increase. And then Chris jumps on this thing talking about design church. Bruh.
What? I told somebody he was my design pastor about 7 months ago.
I was getting ready to be like, you need some missionaries, evangelists, praise and worship team, like because I don't think I don't know who's watching right now. I don't know who's watching right now, but I need y'all to understand what this man said. He used to be Catholic. He's no longer practicing, but he's going to do this concept called Design Church. Now, I don't know if you saved, unsaved, spiritual, if you burn sage, I don't know what you do. But for my people that understand how significant that is, you understand why it's important to live the life that you and hold true to who you are and be authentic. Because whether people acknowledge it, we just talked about this Sunday, whether people acknowledge it or not, you are influencing them in a way that they can't even give credit to right now. Because
Right.
that was so left field that I was like, what?
And it definitely was something that people have that's like, okay, I wish people understand, you know, a lot of creatives they're not understood by people. You have A type people that will never ever understand the
Right.
way that people think. And it's just like we're that way. It's just like a lot of times that psychologists, and therapy people, they are a certain way,
Right.
but they are that way because they are that way. That's their
Right.
profession, right?
Right. Right.
Um, and I think that how you always have somebody that's gifted in some kind of way. They have that nuance about them that nobody will ever understand. Nobody ever understand why Albert Einstein wore his hair like that. Uh,
Right. Right.
all the crazy and stuff that he did that people think is crazy, but that's how he kept being innovative. So to have somebody to understand, I'm gonna play some audio probably a couple of months from now after all this stuff is done, where a guy called and he said, man, he said, I don't know why you guys are doing what now he said, I know why you guys are doing what you're doing. He said, I know it take a lot to do what you're doing, but he said, I'm one of those people that understand why you're doing what you're doing. And so why I would say that isn't for everybody. Creative verse is going to be for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, whether you're a designer, whatever, if you're an entrepreneur, whatever you're doing, creative verse is going to be for you, because what you heard tonight, if you didn't hear it tonight, go back and listen, and you can take what he said and what was discussing, you can take that and apply to any part of your life or any part of business, because you can talk about value, what it
Listen,
brings, how much is wasted, how much time is wasted, how much you let people have your time, doesn't understand your value, whether that's in business, whether that's in ministry, whether that's in relationships. It's a lot of stuff that can be uh, gathered from what we're going to display, have to display, and we have people coming talking about future of AI and how it affects us and how it's going to affect us. Guy named Brian is going to come. He has 2 books out, and he's going to talk about that. And let's that'd be a good thing if people jump on the cusp of that, jump in front of it, because if you this is one thing that we see that's coming that you can jump in front of,
right,
because what it's doing is it's going to eliminate a lot of jobs. It's going to eliminate a lot of jobs, but at the same time, when it eliminates those jobs, where are you getting your teaching from to learn what AI is and how to operate, how to work on the computer systems and machine systems that all this stuff is operated by? So we'll be covering that. We'll also be covering mental health, the day in the life of creatives. It's a roller coaster, y'all. It's a roller coaster from 8 o'clock. Yeah, you happy, and then you get a call at 8:45, and from 8:45 to 9, you like in so much despair because you got something you got to take care of. You got to find a solution for somebody. So it's constantly, and when you're creative, you're constantly thinking. Some people say, "Well, when do you stop working?" When you're creative, you never stop working.
right.
As long as your brain is going and your heart is beating, you never stop working.
Big facts.
Um, so we trying to do something real big. We talk about Dreamville and we talk about Beyonce coming. Well, this is our establishment, something for creative people, something for entrepreneurs.
Right.
So if a lot of people can come out this year, and it's something that we can get done and keep doing from years to come. So
Listen, man, it's gonna be history. It's already in the making. Y'all do yourself a favor. Creativeverse.org. Use the code DREAM. Creativeverse.org. Use the code DREAM, man. And shout out, real talk, shout out to everybody that's having the conversation, regardless of the industry that you're in. We have friends and colleagues that are doing some other things, some amazing things, and we're pulling together. Everybody's pulling together because this is a time where we want to be understood, and then the client wants to be understood, and we want to make sure that everybody is on the same page and understands what the goal is at the end of the day.
mm,
Um, because it's better when the client understands value, and you understand your value, and people don't feel like I'm just trying to take your money, because like he used in the real estate example, we're not exchanging money. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling trust. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Taking money is easy. You know what I'm saying? But
easy, real
it's
easy.
not about that, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna shortchange you, by giving you a logo that you're gonna have redone in another 6 months to a year, because you're gonna change your mind and rebrand. You should not be rebranding 1,000 different times. Now,
Right.
granted, that sometimes, I think somebody put out the post about Pepsi the other day, and which I agree with. I think it was a different time, as far as what they were trying to do. But right now, because branding is about perception. And so if you keep having to rebrand, what you're communicating is, I keep having to change people's perception of me. It
Mm,
ain't about it goes so much further than just, oh, I'm changing colors, I'm changing logo. And a lot of times what happens is, I've been guilty. We make bad business decisions and we ruin relationships. So then we have to reinvent ourselves. That's
right.
really why we rebrand. We don't rebrand because it's necessary. We rebrand because we try to save face. And we don't want people to hold us accountable to that old identity or that old mistake that we made. It's going to follow you regardless. You just going to be prettier. But people still going to remember, nah, because it's about your name, and it's about the perception that people have when it comes with that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so I'm not going to cheapen you. I'm not going to cheapen your brand by giving you something that you're going to have to change later. At the same
And
time,
I-
you're not going to
yeah,
cheapen my value by me giving you something that you're gonna make $1 million off of, because that's the goal.
Right.
I'm doing this in a way so you can set your generations up for wealth. So we all have to start thinking, and I think that's what was so beautiful about any of Chris's content, but even tonight, it makes you reevaluate and recalibrate to be like, yo, what do I think of myself? Because if I go to Elton and Elton charges me $1,500 for a logo, that's a drop in the bucket if you plan on making $100,000 this year off the identity alone. And people judge books by their cover. I don't know if y'all caught that if you were watching it live. Chris said, I bought this book just because of the cover.
Right.
So are you going to be the next Prada, the next Louis, the next Balenciaga? Like, are you going to be that? Are you going to be the next Apple where people just it's name recognition? You see it and it's like boom. There's already an ideal or value or perception. There's a perception that's already associated with that brand or that name when I see it. When I see Gucci, I think this. You know what I'm saying? When I see Louis, I think this. It's like that's the perception. When Dion went to Colorado and he said my luggage is coming, and it's Louis,
Right.
we all knew what that meant. Not even so much in a football sense. We just knew, okay, he good. What he got, the quality is 10 times better than what's here. You know what I'm saying? And so I want people to really dive into that. And I'm gonna shut up. I'm let you jump back in, E, because we can have this conversation for the end of the night. But he tired, I'm tired, everybody tired. It's Holy Week. We got a long week. we gonna bury Jesus and we're gonna pick him right back up.
It's
But
a look. It's Holy Week for about 10 churches for me.
listen,
Um. So and then it get like I wish uh people will understand, like they'll be like, okay, well, your prices, your prices, your prices. Nobody, when Jay-Z said the best thing in the world, man. People know the price of everything, but the value of nothing.
mm,
The value of
wow,
nothing.
that's good.
Um, I'm too tired to go into it right now, but if we could just live by that sometimes, um, because we'll spend money on what we want and
Right.
ask people for money for what we need.
Facts.
Um, and I think it's just a good thing that we invest in ourselves. I did a post the other day, said if you never invest in yourself at a higher level, then you're gonna always reside on a smaller level.
Boom.
Uh, you can never expect somebody to keep looking at you a certain way and respecting you a certain way and respecting what you do. Like through the pandemic, the way I made it through the pandemic is the clients that I had for the last 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they came back because they wanted to win, they wanted to do good or whatever they was doing. But to establish those relationships and they understand the value of what I brought to them when we first met,
Right.
right? That substance that stayed consistent, that those things really matter, man. And today, like, we're missing it. You can put up a flashy flyer, a flashy video, but when it comes down to it, when people see past that, what comes after that? You got a flashy flyer, okay, but when your live comes on,
Mm.
did you take care of your background?
Right.
Are you caring about your audio? And there'll be some people that say, okay, well, all that stuff don't matter. All the messages, I'm getting the message of da da da. But what do you do when you hear a mic screech? You don't even want to hear it no more, right? So don't tell me your audio don't matter, because audio matters at first. If you ain't hear your audio right, you ain't even taking time to try to see what
Exactly.
nobody's saying or whatever the
Exactly.
motive is, the
Right.
message is. So that stuff matters, and the little things that matters in our world is just as important as little things that matters in somebody else's world. You may be a tire person, and one tire may be off a little bit, and you know it, and nobody else know it, and they be like, "Oh, it's all right," and then you just can't sit that right because something ain't right, right? The value of
Right.
knowing something ain't right. Um, so, but I'm ecstatic about what's happening, man. To be able to reach people, to be able to change people's minds.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's so much. We got a journey, so much further to go. But I think we're finally making a accomplishment, a difference to people understanding who we are and how our brain works, and accepting that's how our brain works. Because for long we gotta sit and understand how other people brains work,
Right.
and listen to them as they tell us this, tell us that. When we fully understand, no, it's not gonna work like that. We've seen
Big
this
time.
many times. It's not gonna work like that. This is what
Right.
you're gonna have to do. So that's that's all I got to say. Well, I don't know what happened. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. I was
But,
over here messing around. Look, we like I said,
okay.
we
Well.
both tired. I'm over here, man. But listen, I just wanted to flash that real quick. Y'all see it, Creative Verse. You know what I'm saying? The weekend of May 19th and the 20th. Use that code DREAM. Change your life. Invest in
Yeah.
yourself. Make the investment in yourself. We ain't trying to make money. Because if we was trying to make money, it's a
Yeah.
thousand other better ways to make money
Right.
than to do this.
And we know the people that will pay the money to see Chris at least $1,500 to be in the same room with him.
Listen,
If you don't believe
easy.
me, go on YouTube and you see who's in the room with him. All right, and I guarantee you it's gonna be look different than what it look on the screen right now.
Right.
Um,
That part.
so if you don't know, if you say, okay, that's not for me, I'm sure that you know somebody that needs to belong here. If it's the media team at your church, if it's the designer that design your flyers, if it's a business owner, you say, hey, I know how you can market your business better. I think you should go check this out. That's who the people were looking for. If you're looking to do anything else than just for your 9 to 5, this is the conference for you, because it's gonna
Most
help you
definitely.
get it out there and help you
Most
speak the
definitely.
language of business and just not hobby talk.
Oh, that's good. You learn, speak the language of business and not hobby. Yeah, let's turn these side hustles into some everyday realities, yo. I believe that's what Creative Verse is gonna do, man. It's gonna elevate some of y'all from just a hobby to that do this on the side. It's like, nah, if
Call it
you
gas money merchants.
that's it. Because that's all you're really doing. You're making enough money to cover, you know what I'm saying? And most people ain't even making enough money to buy a carton of eggs right now. So you need to come to Creative
A
Verse.
carton of eggs,
A
like
carton of
$28.
bro, that's a gallon. Is it like, do I get eggs or do I get gas this week? It's like, but
Man,
real talk, man.
it's 9 o'clock.
May
Why does it seem like it's 10 o'clock?
dude, because you and Chris is going back and forth. That's why.
I wasn't gonna let him win. I wasn't gonna let him win. I let him off the hook. It was his
Y'all was
platform.
yeah, y'all was fighting. Y'all was fighting. But it was dope, man. It was just dope to see, and so I'm excited. Like I said, it, the, those of you from the church, you understand what this means. All you need is one. All it takes is one live stream, one phone call, one email, one DM, one contact, one contract, one interview. That's it. I mean, all it takes is one. And so I believe for a lot of y'all, Creative Verse is gonna be that one. For a lot of y'all, tonight may have been that one. So just think,
You need to go
if
back.
listen, if tonight was like that, just think what the 20th, you know what I'm saying, is gonna be like. So again, creativeverse.org, use the code DREAM. Use the code DREAM. I promise you, if you want to sleep better and have some good dreams tonight and have some nightmares, use the code
Use the
DREAM.
code.
We're
Don't pull
trying to
up the
make this
site. Don't pull
accessible.
up the site. Don't pull up the
Right.
site and be like, ah. Just put in the code.
Put in the code. Right.
All
Right.
right.
We're trying to make this accessible for everybody. I promise you, there are 10,000 ways we can make money doing something else. Event planning, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But this
Yeah.
ain't a money grab. So and I'm not saying that because anybody said it. I'm just saying it because it needs to be said. We are really, 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 really doing this for community and for the people that we serve. Not just so
Right.
they can take more of your money, but so that you can level yourself up and have more money to give to these people who need the money to continue to service you, and it's just it's a life cycle. It's the circle of life. You know what I'm saying? Lion King, Disney, y'all know how that was. You know, Hakuna Matata. Don't worry about that. But anyway, somebody just said I made a fire pop smoke tight banger. That's what's up. That's what's up. Is it on your page? I'll go listen to it. That's what's up. But I'm serious. I'm trying to. I think it's a YouTube comment, so it's definitely somebody it's probably something on YouTube. So I'm gonna go check it out.
And let me say something right quick. Don't be full of pride and not come, because you can't afford it. Because if you can't afford the price ticket that's on it, you need to be there. If you can't afford to be there, you need to be there. So use that code or inbox one of us, and we're gonna make sure you get there, right? But you're not gonna be not going in and talk about, oh, I should have, they did that, woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's gonna be obsolete after May 20th because you had opportunity. These guys brought the Michael Jordan of what we're doing, of marketing, and you had a chance to be there, right? So,
man, if you
let's not make that a dream.
If you can't afford to be there, you need to be there.
Boy, that's good.
Yeah, truth travels,
right? Truth travels. My post. Truth travels. If you can't afford to be there, you need to be there.
That's it. All right, y'all. Listen, it's 9:00. We all need to go to sleep tonight. Chris clearly is over there in probably off of Rodeo Drive or somewhere, enjoying some sun and some waves or something on Sunset Boulevard at the beach. But yo, appreciate y'all. Creativerse, holla at you. Y'all be easy.
Good night.
All content creators and influencers. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the ultimate creative experience of the year. Creativerse Conference is the perfect opportunity for influencers and content creators to connect, collaborate, and grow. Whether you're a graphic designer, photographer, videographer, podcaster, or any other creative professional, you'll leave with a renewed sense of creativity and the tools to take your skills to the next level.